So for sectioning this together, obviously that line's real close. You could almost think that I broke them off different ways than I did. But obviously we want to have a straight line for it to be joining along. So this is an easy way to get that, which is just simply to trace, you know, with these laid out along the lines that I want them to follow to their sides. And now if I cut along these lines that I described, I'll have a pretty close straight edge that will actually make a pretty tight seam with the butterfly scarf joint and some fine tuning with the Sureform, so that I can make this so that hopefully that seam will disappear once it's wrapped and nobody will be able to see that I actually sectioned this foam together. So with all the edges cut smooth across, you can see it's going to be relatively close fit, and then using the butterfly scarf joint with the tape to pull it tight should get rid of almost all of that gap and actually make a pretty uniform piece when it's all done. Okay, so what we have going on here is a three-way butterfly joint. So you have to think, how is this going to go together in the end? What do I want to fold first and fold second? In this case, we obviously are going to want these two. Oh, don't do that. I think this tape is cheap. We're going to want these two to be the first part so that we can hinge them onto that part. So here's the tape as well. Set them as tight together as we can. Lay the tape. I need more tape there. This tape is, how tight it is that's your hinge. That's what holds everything together while the glue is setting up. Like I can do right there. Alright, so I've got the first part done, so now I'm going to go ahead and lay my glue in. So take the glue, nice cold glue, it's going to run slowly, but as I've said before, I like it when the glue is a little thick and cold because it doesn't run so fast when I'm trying to get stuff put in place. So my glue isn't running out all over the floor and dripping everywhere and creating a big mess the way it does when it's warm out and I'm trying to glue something. So once again, lay in your zigzag pattern just like I showed with the big first scarf joint. And obviously it's going to end about right here, because that is as much as we're going to have two pieces of foam touching. And of course, down flat. And that's our first one. Now we're going to take these two. Well, I guess we can get away with it because the glue is nice and thick and cold. And we're going to now lay these two together the way we want them to be, so they're nice and tight. Your body weight is one of the best things you can use for slamming these two together and holding them while you tape. You obviously want to get all the little loose pieces off because they cause your tape to have problems sticking. second hinge. This once again we'll take and hinge open. Now you can see why this one was already done, because you can't hinge this one after it's been taped onto that one, but this one can still be hinged. Lay your glue bead, like we just did. And in the end, this will be a one-piece bow deck, just like I want to have. But I'll have to let this cure. It'll basically at least overnight. I might get to it tomorrow night. But that's actually one of the nice things about these kayaks, is you can come and go, and there we go. Put that down. I'll lay my weights on here, press it down hard on the floor. And when I come back, this will be a one-piece bow deck, ready to glue onto the boat, just the way I want to. It's right there, pressing out right now.